Welcome to the course, How to Narrate Your Book into an Audiobook and Get It Published on Listenable. Lesson 1. Why do you want to narrate your own book? Hi, I'm Chris Kepler, and welcome to How to Narrate Your Book into an Audiobook and Get It Published. I've narrated and produced over 50 audiobooks, most published to Audible, and I've coached several authors on self-narrating their book. I'm also an actor with an IMDb page. Have your friends told you they'd prefer to listen to your voice narrating your book? Are you a speaker and tired of lugging heavy books around to engagements? Is your Kindle book selling like hotcakes? These are great reasons to narrate your own book. Anyone who's a speaker or teacher is usually ready for self-narration, as they understand pacing and inflection. If your Kindle edition sells well, you're missing out on revenue if it's not in audiobook format. But there are other questions you need to answer before you embark on the audiobook self-narration journey. Do you enjoy reading aloud? And not for minutes, but for hours? Experienced narrators read about 9,300 words per hour. That means a slim 12,000-word book takes over 1 hour to narrate, and that's if you're experienced. That hour gets stretched to 2 or even 3 if you're not experienced. Imagine if your book is 30,000 or 60,000 words or more. That's hours and hours of narration. Audiobook narration is a marathon. Are you ready for it? I suggest sitting in a chair, putting your book on a stand in front of you, and reading aloud. Read aloud for at least 15 minutes. 30 minutes is better. Remember, every time you make an error in a sentence, go back to the beginning of the sentence and read it again. Notice how far you've gotten in the section or chapter at the end of that 15 or 30 minutes. That gives you an idea of your narrating speed. Did you enjoy the experience? Are you ready to scream in frustration? If you loved the experience, congratulations! You're ready to begin your self-narration journey. If you hated it or found it boring, stop. Hire a narrator to turn your book into an audiobook. If you're bored or hate reading aloud, chances are your listeners will hear that in the audiobook. It's important to produce a quality audiobook. There are lots of audiobooks out there to choose from, many completed by professional narrators and actors. That's lots of competition for listeners' ears. Those ears are attuned to well-read and beautifully produced audio. They will notice anything subpar. In Lesson 2, we'll discuss the difference between fiction and nonfiction audiobook narration and production, and what to think about before you begin narrating your book into an audiobook.